Moving on to step number 16 here, we're going to be adding in some firewall rules on DC1 because since it's going to be acting as a mail exchange server here, on top of every other rule that is, encompassing right now, we're going to have to add some rules for SNMTP along with IMAP to ensure that it can send and receive emails. So what we're going to do is get back on DC1 here, go into the search bar, type in advanced, go ahead and enter, get Windows Defender Firewall with advanced security, click inbound rules, click new rule, click port, next, specify the port. We're going to do IMAP port first, so port 25. I know there's more modern port numbers for all of these because, these are the insecure port numbers here, but go ahead and hit next. We're going to allow the connection here. We don't really care about that. Everything that's coming into this mail exchange server is basically going to be just from our little network environment that we're setting up here. So click next. Keep all this the same. It doesn't matter if it's public or not. Nobody's sending on emails over here. Next, especially because it's a .local, so it's not actually gonna, get into this network here. But go ahead and go name it. So I'll just do SNMTP inbound allow, and we can go ahead and hit finish. As you can see, it's popped up there. Same thing for IMAP here. Port next. 143, next, allow, next, IMAP, inbound, allow. See, as they're both up there. Same thing for the outbound here. Port, next, TCP, 25, allow, allow. Go ahead and make sure that's all fine. Name it SNMTP outbound allow. New rule, do the same thing again for IMAP. There you go. Now we have all of those working, and we can go ahead and test the connection here. So we're going to go ahead and pull up PowerShell. All right, and then we're going to test the connection here. So go ahead and type in this command here. And we'll try it for port 25 here. Oops. Got to specify port there. There we go, shows true, and we'll do it for port 143 as well, or IMAP, and it should give us the exact same thing as well. So that looks good. Now we can move on to the next step. Moving on to step number 17 here, we're going to be doing Thunderbird configuration. So we're going to be setting up a email client here. This email client is going to allow us to send and receive emails. So, but it's going to be limited capabilities here. So just pick the lightweight one. So we're going to go ahead and go to the Thunderbird link here. Once again, just click on this and it will get you to the website. Go ahead and copy this and paste it into your PC one. This is on PC one, by the way. Go ahead and scroll down, select Windows, download. We'll wait for that to download. It may take a moment or so, but once it's done, we'll be right back. All right, now it looks like it actually got done pretty quick there, so we're gonna go ahead and open it up. It's just gonna be the setup here. If it will open, go ahead and open it up. It may take a moment for it to open. Let's double check that there's not two here, which there is. We'll cancel this one. Okay. Make sure you only have one, and be patient when you do click on it. And now we can go through the installation here. We'll click next. We'll do the standard install here. We'll leave it as default. And now it's going to install, so it may be a moment, and I'll be back once it's done. Alright, now that's complete, we can go ahead and click finish, make sure it says launch, because we want to launch it here. We can, yeah, we'll end up canceling this one, because this is not what we need. Okay, so looks like now we're going to have to manually set this up here. Alright, we'll go ahead and exit out of that. Okay, and once we get out of that and removed all the top tabs there, we can go ahead and come down to settings, account settings, new account, mail account, bill, and then we can add the address here, bill@mail.homelab.local, and then we can click continue, and it'll take a moment here. And once that's done loading, we can go ahead and click continue again. We'll enter our password. It should be your domain password here. Click continue. And we'll give that a moment to load. And now that it's complete, we can go ahead and click finish here. And we can go back to the email, the mail icon here, and we should see an account message or an inbox here. So it looks like it's complete, and now we can move on to the next step. Moving on to step number 18 here, we're going to be doing adding domains to pfSense. This is going to help us basically make sure that both the Linux and the Windows domains are known to both networks, so that we can route these emails properly here. If you don't have this set up, you can do manual DNS resolver configurations on each of the Windows domain controller and the Kali Linux machine, but this one's just easier to kind of do. So without further ado, we're going to pull that over to the side here, and we're going to go to pfSense. This is our gateway right here. You can see yours next to the victim network, but we're going to connect to it. We're going to log in, and as you can see, we're logging in. We're going to go ahead and scroll down, click thank you, and now we are going to go on over to we're going to click the hamburger menu, status, scroll down, DNS resolver here. And in the DNS resolver here, we're just going to click this related settings. And once in the DNS resolver here, we're going to scroll down. We're going to go to host overrides. We're going to click add. We're then going to put in mail homelab.local 192.168.50.101, and we're going to click save. We're going to scroll down, and this time we're going to name it postfix lab.local 172.16.0.10. You can see the IP here in the Kali Linux machine by doing IP space A space S, and you'll see it right there. And then we can click save and apply settings. And once this is applied, we should be good to go ahead and set up what we're about to do next here. And it looks like it has applied successfully. So the next step is going to be doing the postfix configuration here. So this is just like a little preemptive thing that we have to do to ensure both machines can communicate to each other. So we're going to be moving on to the next step. Next step is going to be step 18. It's going to be the postfix configuration. Postfix is essentially just a software that utilizes SMTP. So we're going to do this for Linux because it's pretty easy to set up, but we do need the Kali machine running, we need the Windows server running, and we also need PC1 running and opened up to its Thunderbird here. You don't necessarily need it opened up, but it'd be nice to see it come through. So what we're going to do is we're going to install postfix onto the Kali machine here. So first things first, we are going to elevate our self here, and then we're going to type in this command here, and it should download here and install. So I'm going to give it a moment and I'll be back once it's done. All right, and once it's done, make sure you get to the post configuration setup here. So we'll go ahead and click OK, internet site, and the system mail name here, we are going to actually name it postfix.lab.local. This is its own little thing. It's not going to be connected to the victim network's mail server configuration there. So it's going to be its own separate name, and keeping it separate makes it easy to kind of keep track of everything. So postfix, just make sure it's all spelled out correctly, .lab.local. And then we can go ahead and wait another moment or so here for this to download and be completed. All right, and the next step is going to be coming back to the directions here. We're going to be adding this config. This config points to main.cf. So go ahead and add that here. And I'll go ahead and do that right now. And then I'll be right back. All right, so I went ahead and put the configuration here. As you can see, it's what is shown. So now, and I also want to point out that there is actually this OG one that I created, which I just copied over. The actual main one that used to be with CP main to OG. And this one just kind of gives you some more information on everything that's already kind of pre-configured here, but we don't really need that. So next we are going to go ahead and do sudo system control restart postfix. Postfix, and we will do the status on it as well, just to make sure that it is started. So it's running, and we can go ahead and then enable it here as well. So sudo system control enable postfix. Now to the next step, we can go ahead and try and send a test email here. But before we do, I do want to just make sure that what we did on the pfSense configuration, the previous step, works, which it does look like it is pointing properly on over to DC1 here. We can go ahead and do the same thing, and look up 172.16.0.10. So it does look like it's working. We'll go ahead and clear that. And then we are going to follow the steps here, and we're just going to send a mail as lab test bill at mail.homelab.local, enter twice, control D, and it looks like we have received it here. So should be good to go. We'll go ahead and move on to the next step here. Moving on to the next step here, it's going to be setting up GoFish. GoFish essentially is just like a little platform that allows you to kind of send phishing emails. It provides you templates and whatnot, so it's pretty easy to use to send phishing emails. So we're gonna go ahead and set that up. You got to be in root for this command to work, so go ahead and do GoFish, and the default password is going to be that. And so we can go ahead and open up that link here. We'll go advanced, accept the risk. We'll go back, so that is the password here. And that's the user, so admin, and then here's our password here. And do not now, and then we're going to reset the password here. There we go. All right, and now we can move on to the next step. And now that we are in GoFish here on the dashboard, we're actually going to go down to sending profiles, new profile, and then we're just going to follow the steps here. We're going to go postfix test, you can name it whatever. We're going to go john@mc.com. You know, we could put mail in there as well, actually. And this one we go well, we could just specify 127 16.0.10.25. We don't care about that. We can go ahead and send a test email, bill at mail.homelab.local. And as you can see, that one works. Now, if yours does not work, then what you're going to have to do, and this is something that I had to actually edit here, because I was running into a lot of errors here, but yours may still work. But if yours is not working, you do have to come back and edit the main.cf file here and add these two specific lines. My networks equals 127.0.0.0/8 and 172.16.0.0/12, along with this is a more important one here, smtpd underscore relay underscore restrictions equals permit underscore my networks, permit SASL authenticated defer unauthenticated destination, and then restart postfix, and then try and do it, and yours should work here. And as you can see, mine is john@mail.mc.com rather than john@cali.homelab.local. So everything's working, and we should be good for now. So if yours is not working, go ahead and just take a look at this. I edited the configuration file, so go ahead and take a look at that again. So it should be good for you.